La Chiva is the demon in me, and I am La Chiva. And as I say, and this is the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery, first and foremost. And as I say on my podcast, the reason I say that La Chiva is the demon in me and I am La Chiva is because I was raised to believe that I was possessed by a demon because I was a queer person. That turns out to be true in a glorious way that is demonstrated through the creation and dissemination and insemination of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. Now, it's been a long time that Fish Story Gallery's been around, but it's only just now that I feel somehow that I'm able to explain what it is in an open, conversational way with you, the viewer, who might happen upon Patron and might be thinking, should I support the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery? Oh, I'm frightened. It's a religion. Yes, it is a religion. And I, La Chiva, founded it. I found the religion, and then through divination and trance and meditation and through the praxis of the religion itself, I found the religion. You may be a practitioner of the religion yourself and you don't even know it. But I found it and then founded it by making institutional accoutrement around it in the form of what you're watching right now, putting a video out into the net, doing Instagram, things like that. So here it is. It's for display. What we do at the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery is for an audience. And it is in the service of you, and it is in the service of us. It is in the care. Let's not use the word service. Let's use the care. It is in the care of you, for the care of you, and it is for the care of us. It's reciprocal. We equalitize at the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. So what we do is for an audience, and the reason we do it is to make things in the world more equal and to demonstrate how using queer praxis, queer magical praxis that requires no belief and loyalty. I suppose beliefs are implicit, but it's really about what you do, not what you believe or what you profess or what have you. So this is the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. There's no signing up. If you're a patron, that doesn't mean you follow the religious faith. You do what you like, and we don't worship. We worship through the doing of these things. So if you worship a god on the side, well, be our guest. These are just totem animals, talismanic spirits that inspired the creation of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. The goat, the octopus, the fox. The eye is an emblem of lots of religions, isn't it? So we incorporate that. I put something on my forehead, not to be appropriationist, but because I feel a movement there when I meditate, so I put that on there. You know, like different things. I could go through bit by bit, but I think you can explore the religious faith through the podcast, the Esoteric Education of La Chiva podcast, through looking at we do put a lot of live rituals that we do on Instagram, so you can go there and see. And on the website, fishstorygallery.com, you can see a section called Fish Stories. And these are ecstatic writings that were channeled through me, La Chiva, from the numinous beyond. And they really give a foundation for the impetus and the forward movement of the founding and understanding of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery as a religion, as a faith. So faith is something you cherish, you have, you practice, you know, you can do lots of things with faith. So it's very malleable, right? That's why we do it here. And now there are roots. We call them roots because from roots things grow, and they reach down these praxis into the soil. And so they are poetic. These are the original papers that I wrote them on when they were channeled to me through a tarot reading. And but they're expanded slightly. I'll just expand them. I'll try to be brief, but it is hard for La Chiva to be brief in discussing anything. Poetics, and I also say plastics and music now. So we have poetics, plastics, music. This is the section, very important in the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery, where you make something and it tells the story of the exploration of your soul in this human lifetime. That's a mouthful. It tells your life story, your fish story, your exaggerated life story. So you have to make objets de spiritual artisanry that tell your fish story. That's important. Creative. Yoga and meditation. This is not creative as such. This is connecting mind and body through practices of discipline. And it's very hard for me to do, and that's why sharing it is important, because when you share something, you're doing it yourself. So you're always, it's not selfish. It's recognizing that we need to be on the same plane. We need to be equalitized. Yoga and meditation, yoke, bringing together. Why not? Have it as part of the magical praxis of your religion. That's what I say. I called it herbals and food, and I like that in the beginning because I wasn't quite sure what I meant. Now I know through divination and through praxis what I mean here. This is when you make or find or you identify the things that you actually put into your body, that you ingest, that bring you closer to spirit or bring you to a more equalitized relationship with spirit. Because after all, let's recognize this here. We are humans. We are not spirit, and we're here to have a human experience. And so we want to be a part of that. And so we eat things, plant medicine, food, and it's certain things, you know, the things you identify that help you equalitize with spirit. With the numinous, with the formless, I still struggle. I don't know what to say because it's not God, but that's what we kind of mean. That's our version. But we're not worshiping where we are worshiping. We're worshiping through praxis. We're not identifying a being for worship. That's important. We're not identifying a being for worship. That doesn't mean to say that we don't believe in supernatural beings, because we do. And we allow them to sit next to us and converse. Now I'm going to skip that one. Divination. Another foundational root of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. Every day I divine, meaning that I reach into an old toolbox of a divination tool like the tarot or the I Ching, and I ask for a bit of synchronicitous meaning, aka wisdom. And that is from nowhere, and it's in relation to my interpretation, my reading, my creative force that I bring towards it, but there's an equally something else is being given, and I try to equalize those and then come up with a meaning for myself. Divination, very important. We do it for other people by donation because we realize we couldn't be giving it away. Now, then, knowledge. That is when we read things out loud, and those are from other places, and we perform the reading, maybe, or we engage, we listen to it performed, or we engage with it in a really concentrated, almost performative kind of way to lift up the text. Only certain texts get this treatment. And so they are identified as the codified texts of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. But this is like what we read out loud. If we write a poem in doing poetics classic and then we perform it and it becomes a part of, it becomes this. Then this is perhaps the pièce de résistance, or it's how they all come together and why. Because it's like, if you're gonna have a religion, you need to sing, you need to have ecstatic experience, you need to perform ritual and ceremony. And so that's whenever we're doing that. Even this could be considered magic spell, but normally I would wear different things. And so, and then, you know, we'd usually do the drum, we'd have some smoke, water, all kinds of fun little things, put on special clothes, dance around, maybe sing our songs, make a circle. What's inside, what's outside, we say ecstatically. Maybe we put our, I was making some fire cider the other day, we put it in the circle. It was a part of the magic. So they overlap. We would say the poem, we would sing the song that we've been ecstatically creating in the magic spell. We do something every new moon, full moon, sometimes on the gibbous, if Wasparella comes over to help us. And then we do something on the equinox and the solstices. So we do those, we mark those in some, just to give us some, you know, these bodies are moving around, we might as well pay attention and follow that kind of basic calendar when to do things. You know, we're making it up, we're founding it, we found it. So for now, that's a brief introduction to the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. In the next segment, in the next moving picture, what I want to introduce is how we're putting these roots into praxis, because you don't have to believe anything, except you just have to have faith that magical praxis will help you not just survive, but thrive. Thrive.